Hi there, my name is Nicole Wilbur and today I'm going to be doing the Authortube Newbie Tag. I'm so excited about this. So, I have the questions up and I'm going to go through them one by one. So the first one is, how did you find out about Authortube? And my very anticlimactic answer is I have no idea, I can't remember. Oh, you know what? I do remember. I saw Kate Kavanaugh's, I tried writing like J.K. Rowling video. That's how I found out about it. Okay. What genres do I write in? I like to write in a whole bunch. So I like doing, I guess, historical fiction is what I'm working on now. I like contemporary fiction. I've tried to do fantasy in the past, but it's never really worked out because I didn't really read a ton of fantasy. But yeah, historical fiction, contemporary. Mostly, I guess what I'm writing is YA. Mostly because I'm 23 and I feel like I'm not qualified to write stuff about older people because meh. I also really like doing short stories, so that's fun too. My preferred writing tense, point of view, and category of story. Oh, I just said YA. Okay, perfect. Writing tense? I guess past tense? Although I feel like it really depends on the story. I've used present tense before when I feel like the story needs present tense, so I don't think I have a preference really. Point of view, I write very close to my characters, so I like give their thoughts directly, and this can work in third person or first person. I really love doing voices in first person, although sometimes I feel like third person is better. So it really just depends on the story and the character, I think. Am I a plotter or a pantser or a plantster? Yeah, I definitely do a mix of both. I can't start writing until I have an idea of where I'm going and outlining, but I also can't just like outline it. So what I'm doing right now is I have an overall sort of structure, and then at the beginning of each act I'm going through and doing a little bit more in-depth of my outlining. I do a lot of prep work before I start writing, but I don't know if you would consider it plotting so much as just like letting the story stir, exploratory writing, outlining, letting the story stir. Like it's a cycle. Am I self-published, published, or yet to be published? I am yet to be published. I'm just sort of finishing off my master's in bioengineering, and I am slowly over the course of this year, I guess summer of 2019, I've been trying to focus more on writing and making it more of a priority. So I think I'm quite a bit away from being published. I have written full like manuscript draft type things and done second drafts of those, but I've never gotten them to like the most amazing place. So really what I'm doing on my channel is I'm trying to learn. Okay, what publishing company am I represented by? Yeah, I'm not published. I don't know anything about that. I'm gonna be totally honest. Definitely not talking about that. I'm not at that stage where I feel like I need to learn too much about it yet. I'm just trying to become a better writer and writing something that I really love. And maybe that's a little bit naive because I know that you have to write to the market and stuff like that. But you know, there's always self-publishing, so I'm not super. Don't know what's gonna happen there. What Authortube related videos can we expect to find on your channel? That's an exciting question. So what can you expect? So I have some writing vlogs where I chat about the stories that I'm writing. I have a Reading Like a Writer series where I read, talk about books that I liked or didn't like, and then try to figure out why from a writing perspective and how I could apply those lessons to my writing. And I just talk to the camera, and hopefully you get something from that too. I'm also going to start a series where I start fleshing out a new story idea, kind of showing my writing process, but also demonstrating processes through writing books. So another thing is that I love to talk about writing books and books on the craft, books on story. So you'll probably see a lot of that and trying different sort of methodologies and analysis frameworks. When did I start writing? Okay, I started writing when I was very small. Oh my god, okay, really little. All my stories for the first however many years of my life. How old was I in, what year was this? How old was I in 2007? However old I was in 2007 is when I stopped writing stories where the main character was named Mary. Up until then, all my characters were named Mary. So I had Mary in this century. She had a birthday party, she had a first day of school, then she was a pioneer. Yeah, and then after that, I moved on. But yeah, I feel like I've been writing forever. I've like won the Amazing Author Award in grade 1. That's my, you know, big accomplishment. But yeah, I've written forever. Oh, what was the, I answered those 2 questions together. Okay, cool. What authors have inspired your writing the most? Ooh, that's a good question. I wish I had looked at these questions before I started trying to answer them. The first one that came to mind was Frederick Backman because I love him. I think I've read the Beartown series. I haven't actually read his other books, but Beartown series is so good. I made a whole bunch of my friends read it with me, and it's been amazing, and he just completely inspires. Another really influential author for me, I think, is Meg Cabot, I don't know how to say it, but I loved the Princess Diaries series so much. Huge part of my life, so definitely Meg Cabot. I read To Kill a Mockingbird all the time, so oh my god, what's her name? Harper Lee. Her name is Harper Lee. Okay, I was gonna go grab it from up there. I also find Shakespeare very inspiring. And Shakespeare continues to work his way into all of my story ideas because I think it's really cool how the themes and things that he writes about are transferable over hundreds of years. So that's very inspiring. Do I schedule my writing sessions or simply get writing when I find the time? Basically, I have to write in the morning, preferably before I either get out of my bed or leave my room. I do the words that I have to do for the day. Otherwise, it's not guaranteed that I will get my words. Otherwise, if it's not in the morning, like before 10 a.m., then I try to do it whenever I can find the time. Do I type on a computer, typewriter, write everything up by hand, or a blend of those? Once I tried to write a full-length story novel by hand, and then I realized that I had to type it up, and it was in like 5 different notebooks. It was a complete disaster, and I was like, oh, this is so bad, and I hated having to, I went back to it too soon, honestly, but I don't write by hand anymore. I type everything on a computer. Where do I write in general? In my room, in my bed right now, or like at my desk in my room. I also really enjoy Starbucks for writing, but that's not an option at the moment. What are you most looking forward to now that you're a part of Authortube? I am looking forward to connecting with other writers. I think that would be super fun. I am a little skeptical of whether anybody in the world is ever going to see this video. But if you do and you like to write, say something below, because that would be very cool and you'd make all my Authortube dreams come true. My dream consists of 1 person. Yes, we're starting small here. Okay. So that's the Authortube type thing, and thank you so much. See you next time.